Blue light, check. Blue sweater, check. Blue shirt, check. Bleu De Chanel in the air. Check. Let's do this. What is going on, guys? Ryan here with Top Notch Persona, and thank you for tuning in to another video. Today, I am going to be reviewing a fairly popular fragrance. Many would say this is the most popular, the best in the line. I actually would agree with that. But the one I'm talking about is Bleu De Chanel Eau de Parfum. Now, a while ago I did my review on the parfum, and a lot of people seemed more interested in the eau de parfum. So I decided to finally go out, pick myself up a full-size bottle, so I could do this official review for you guys. So I'm not going to make you wait any longer. Let's get right into it with the composition. Alright, so you guys can take a look at the note breakdown right here. There's actually a lot of them in this one, so at the top, there's grapefruit, lemon, mint, pink pepper, bergamot, and coriander. In the heart, there is ginger, jasmine, nutmeg, and melon. And at the bottom, there's incense, amber, cedar, sandalwood, patchouli, and amberwood. Yeah, I almost couldn't believe how many notes were in this one because, to tell you the truth, it is such a simple smelling fragrance when you apply it. And seeing all those notes in it was kind of surprising. But let me put some on a card and I will get into it for you guys. Alright, so this one, if you love the Eau de Toilette of Bleu De Chanel, this one, I think y'all still like it, but it is completely different. So in the Eau de Toilette, it's very heavy on the grapefruit, very heavy on the citrus. I believe there's mint in there as well, incense. It is just a very bright fragrance. This one, not so bright. So in the opening, there is a bit of that grapefruit. It is a little citrusy, and not very much though. I get a lot of the amber. I get some of the incense. There's a certain smoothness I contribute to the sandalwood, similar to in the Sauvage Parfum. It's very pleasant too. It almost has a woody, a masculine woody vibe to it. Even though I couldn't tell you what wood I'm smelling here, but it's just an overall kind of woody feeling, kind of like Sauvage a little bit. It is very nice, though. It's a bit more, I would say, masculine, whereas the Eau de Toilette, I feel, could be worn by a woman. And obviously the parfum is more like this one, so the parfum reminds me of, more of a masculine scent. But this stuff, yeah, this stuff is really nice. I have to be completely honest that this has quickly become one of my favorite go-to fragrances. It's a very nice, mellow, easy to wear. It's super easy to wear fragrance. It's a very professional one too, very sexy. This is going to be a great compliment getter. And it's definitely a composition that, if you like those professional fragrances, this is definitely one you want in your collection. Okay, now let's talk about the performance a little bit. Check it out right here. So, in terms of longevity, I get 10.5 hours, which is really good. Projection, I get 1 strong hour, and then it becomes more subtle, more of a professional fragrance. So usability, like I just said, professional fragrance. Day, night, special occasions. I suppose you could wear this one casually or as a go-to, like I just said I've been doing. But there are definitely better choices for casual fragrances. Descriptors: ambery, woody, masculine, fresh, smooth, mass appealing, and sexy. So that is a very important thing about the Bleu De Chanel line, is just that it's supposed to be mass appealing, or actually everything these days, as you know, is meant to be mass appealing. But yeah, so 10.5 hours out of this one. It's a little bit better than the Parfum. The Parfum I get 10 hours, 10.5 hours with this. But I mean, it's good. It's, you know, definitely on par with the Sauvage Eau de Parfum. The projection is on par with other Eau de Parfums that I enjoy, and I just think this stuff is top quality. But I mean, it is Chanel after all, and Dior and Chanel are two of the absolute bests out there. So it's really no surprise that this stuff is top tier. But it really is. So if you're looking for a banger that's going to just last the entire day, that's going to work well for you, get you compliments, get you attention from the ladies, Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum is definitely one you should consider. Jeez, I feel like this is being sponsored and I'm promoting Chanel, but I swear I'm not. Alright guys, but in terms of value, this stuff, you know, pretty good. Where I mean, it is actually a little more expensive, but it is a good value for the quality of the fragrance. So for the 2 ounce bottle, the smaller one, it is $98. For this size, the 100 ml, it is $128, and for the jumbo size, which is 150 ml, it is $165. So this, you know, it's not too bad, or it's not that much more than other popular fragrances. And the composition and performance alone definitely make it worth it. But it is a little more on the pricier side. And as always, I probably don't need to say this, but you will never find this. You will never find this, all right? Let me emphasize that, anywhere else, because it's Chanel, and Chanel is super stingy about their stuff. I think on like discounters like Fragrance X and Fragrance Net, this stuff is actually more expensive than you know, in the stores. So you definitely want to buy this retail. For an overall rating, you can take a look right here. So the composition, I would say, is a 9.5. It is definitely not unique. It's familiar. It's a blue fragrance, definitely. But there is something special about it that I really enjoy. The performance, I would give a 9, you know, 10.5 hours of longevity, an hour of strong projection, followed by more subtle projection. It can't get much better, but it could get a little bit, hence why it loses a point. And the value, I would give an 8.5 out of 10. Like I just said, it is a good value for Chanel, but Chanel is always going to be more expensive because it's considered a luxury brand. So overall, I would give a Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum a solid 9 out of 10. This stuff is absolutely an A-rated fragrance. It is one that, you know, when I actually bought the bottle, I had tried it before. I had used it before in a decant. But when I got the bottle, I was kind of thinking this was going to be a waste of money. I was going to end up selling this immediately after making the review, because, you know, with Bleu de Chanel, it's like it's just super common. But I have to say that I have been pleasantly surprised by this stuff. I mean, this is literally one of my go-tos. This is a solid fragrance and a definite keeper. But what do you guys think? How do you think the Eau de Parfum compares to the others in the line? Which one is your favorite? How does this compare to the Dior Sauvage line? Because oftentimes they get compared, Chanel and Dior. Let me know down in the comments below. Also, if you haven't yet, give this one a thumbs up. And remember to hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you stay up to date with everything I'm doing on this channel, because trust me, you want to. Alright guys, before you leave, remember, when you look and smell your best, you feel your best. And that's what matters.